new DTX200 and 220 HD. Been working on these for a long time. We're going to give you a full rundown on what we've done, what's different, and how are these better than the previous models. So what's different about these? Well, first of all, we should talk about what does a DTX Minnow do. Just if you're watching this, never heard of a DTX Minnow, why is it the ultimate blue water trolling lure? Because really that's what we're talking about here. That's what we've been working for years to create, and certainly the new heavy duty series ticks that box. So what is it and how does it work? All right, well, to start with, a DTX Minnow features Autotune technology at the front. So the idea is to make a deep diving trolling minnow that you can troll super fast, take it out of the box, it swims straight first time, every time. So that's what the old DTX model has done really well for a long time. So if I was going to give the old DTX Minnow a score out of 100, I'd probably give it a 97, 98. Could we make it a bit better? Yeah, we could. And that's what we've done with the heavy duty series. We haven't changed the Autotune system. That system is a patented system that essentially allows the lure to track straight. It self-centers, means it dives deeper and swims faster. So we've tweaked a few things there to make it swim a little bit faster, a little bit deeper. But the big change for the heavy duty series, as the name suggests, is the strength of the lure. So one of the issues with pretty much any plastic trolling lure, or lure in general really, can be water getting inside the lure. So that happens when the body of the lure breaks. So if I get, this is the new clear, one of the production samples of the 200 HD. These things are made by putting the two halves of the body together and they get welded together. Now, if that welding is not super strong, water can get inside, the lure gets unbalanced and they won't swim straight. It happens to any plastic lure.
We've got the depth pressure testing machine here that we've got specifically for testing DTX Minnows and heavy duty Mad Scads, Mad Max, all of the offshore lures. This simulates 400 metres of water depth. We're currently on the screen here up to 390, we're nearly at the 400 metres. So it's just hit 397, so I imagine it'll sort of dial down here. We've got 20 lures in there to test. Let's see what they look like when they come out.
Pretty good. That one survived. So we've done a lot of work on how do we make that super strong. We essentially had to get new and bigger machines than have really ever been used on fishing lures before to get the strength in this body welding, and to test that to make sure that we know that these things are super strong and they're going to stand up to just catching fish time and time again. It's to make sure that we're simulating in production that these things can handle going down to that depth and they don't leak. So we're making sure that the welding around the side of the body is super strong and it can't leak. So at the end of the day, we want you guys to be able to put these in the water straight out of the box. They swim straight, they can keep catching fish, they can handle a bit of getting bashed around on the deck. And look, like anything, I'm sure there's guys out there that'll find a way to destroy, certain things, but these are going to last a very long time and they're going to stand up to a lot of punishment. So some of the key features inside, we've got the internal diamond armor system, so that crisscross pattern on the inside, you can't see it on the painted ones. That increases the strength. We've changed the plastic that we're using from the old DTX Minnow to the new DTX Minnow. Again, that's all about getting the weld strength up to stop water getting inside the body. We've got a metal plate that runs through the entire body, so super strong. We've done pull tests on these metal plates, and I think it was 180 kilos of pressure, and it's actually the ring on the front is the thing that fails first. So, that's well over like 350 pounds. It's not going to happen. It's not going to break. So we've done every type of test that we can to make sure these things are not going to break. I've got a box of some of the samples here. I mean, this is just one box of samples. Literally, we've been through hundreds of these things. So, this has been an 18-month process to test the DTXs, the HD series. We get a batch of these, have to go out on the water in the boat, and literally every single one of these gets tested. And we write, that's got 15 knots on it as a test speed. There's You know, all sorts. There's 14 knots, there's 13 knots, 13 and a half. Oh, that one track left at 13 and a half knots, but huge amount of time and effort and testing has gone in to really just get these to be a bit stronger and swim a bit faster and dive a bit deeper. And we've put that time and effort in so that, you know, when you're out on the water, you pick one of these things up, put it over the side, you can trust that it's going to swim straight, it's going to stand up to catching heaps of fish, and you can trust it. You're not going to be in a situation where, oh, I've just put it in the water, it doesn't swim straight, or, you know, that was what the DTX Minnow was all about. All the technology has really gone into just being able to make a super user-friendly product that does what it needs to do, catches fish, and you can just put it out and know it's going to work and not have to worry about it. So one of the other key things that we did in response to, I guess, a lot of commentary over the years has been we did make the barb size a little bit bigger on the hooks on both the 200 and the 220. We actually implemented that a little while ago, but we're calling that out now on the newer heavy duty series. I think it's also important to point out that we've made a lot of little changes to these over the years. You know, this is probably, you know, really, if we put it into generational terms, this is probably like Gen 7. So we haven't gone and released a new range every time. We've been making a little tweaks in the background, little changes, just to make the DTX Minnow better over the years. And, you know, the upgraded hook point, you know, small internal changes, but this heavy duty series, we made some significant changes to the water ingress and the testing procedures and just, you know, the overall strength. So we really have always been working to make these better in the background. And, you know, the heavy duty series is really the culmination of probably 6 years of development, designs probably longer than that, on the DTX Minnow. And we've obviously applied that same testing and technology to the MadScad 190, DTX 180, HD, the Mad Max as well. They get the same process applied to them. So go check out the color range. There's a couple of, you know, cool new colors on there, but you can go to nomadtackle.com, check out all the details on the new DTX Minnows in the heavy duty range, plus all of the other offshore trolling lures.